God, this story was brilliant, wasn't it? Really memorable, the dialogue incredibly naturalistic, the editing was so tight. Honestly, how does televisual excrement like this ever leave the cutting room floor? My license fee payer's money and your license fee payer's money was wasted on this. It's scandalous. Disgusting, disgraceful. In fact, you know what? I guarantee you I would be able to write a better story right here, right now. I could. Much, much better than Chris Chibnall ever could. Oh, look at me. I studied at the University of Sheffield or some godforsaken place, so it could have been a lot better, and it was also very cliched. Well, we'll see who's the much better writer, won't we? I mean, how hard can it be? Da, 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 da. Hello there. This is Channel 4, simply because their idents are much more attractive than that of the BBC's, and alright, you want authenticity, very well. Here's the best work of art ever created by humanity then. And now on BBC One, which I'm sure you'll agree has much warmer and more relatable idents, the brand new series of Doctor Who, which as you can see has been highly anticipated by a massive crowd, and the tension over there is unbearable. Viewers are warned that the programme contains things. Dan walks down the street, waving and saying hello to passers-by. A pointless, time-filling conversation then ensues between Dan and one of his neighbours, Liverpool's most respected bat colonoscopist, Robert Bowbatter. Hi there, Robert Bowbatter. How is life shoving cables up the arses of bats? It's a real pain in the arse, to be honest, Dan, and I would wholeheartedly recommend the profession to any children still watching this show. I would also like to make it clear to the audience that you are a very likeable individual, and they therefore have no reason not to like you as well, so that way you won't have to prove yourself by performing any actions that make you likeable, God forbid. Yes, I forbid it very much! After we hear her northern voice, which is here imitated by someone who can't do a northern voice, the 13th Doctor comes into view, with Yasmin Khan following beside her. The Doctor shakes hands with Dan. I'm very sorry, I don't know who you are, because I haven't read your Wikipedia article. Well, I'm Dan, I'm 54, and I'm a warm, friendly, very approachable builder from Liverpool. The Doctor searches Wikipedia on her Apple Newton. Oh, that's weird. You don't seem to have a Wikipedia article, and that's not the only weird thing we've seen today, is it, Yaz? Yes, well, as I was saying, we were walking down the park earlier for personal reasons, and we saw something very peculiar. You know what it was, Dan? No. A naked baby standing up and bending over backwards so that his head touched its chins. I think it's a sign of something myself. Maybe it was trying to perform a colonoscopy on itself. I've just had a very good thought. Suppose that baby was trying to perform a colonoscopy on itself. Yeah, it could be. That's precisely what I just said, you blonde dipshit. What a brilliant idea, Doctor. I suddenly find myself very attracted to you. Thank you very much, you misogynist, but still very likeable. Thank you very much, you misogynist, but still very likeable person. Robert goes back into his house, exasperated. A gunshot is heard from inside, but no one cares because the Doctor and Dan are too busy talking about the joys of plastering, and Yaz is busy looking into middle distance wistfully. Then, all of a sudden, the trio are hounded by paparazzi, who encircle them like sharks, brandishing cameras that flash like suicide bombers in luminescent jackets. Oi, Doctor, this is the Daily Mirror. Is it true you're going to regenerate at the end of this series? The Sun Doctor, has your agent dragged you out? Yeah, her falling ratings forced you out, bitch! Oh, for goodness sake, nothing's been confirmed yet. Not in denial, so it is true that you are leaving. Can we get a picture of you looking dishevelled and desolate like you've just been crying down the phone to your agent, please? Yeah, how do you feel about destroying a 60-year-old show and then buggering off to make some boring feminist artsy... I would just like to mention that I'm epileptic, having not suffered any kind of fit and seizure by some miracle, so there you go, epileptics, you're just making stupid excuses and need to man the hell up. Dan is the first to notice what's causing the light. He is shocked. I am shocked. By now, the paparazzi have all been reduced to puny little mountains of sand, making them much more intelligent and benevolent. The light fades to reveal none other than Morrissey walking towards the group. Ah, you're Stephen Patrick Morrissey! Born 22nd of May 1959, known as Morrissey, is an English singer-songwriter and author. He came to prominence as the frontman of rock band The Smiths, who were active from 1982 to 1987. Since then, he has pursued a successful solo career. Morrissey's music is characterized by his baritone voice and distinctive lyrics with recurring themes of emotional isolation, sexual lolling, self-deprecating and black humour and anti-establishment stances. It's so easy to laugh. It's so easy to hate. It takes guts to be gentle and kind. Also, the Chinese are a subspecies due to their violations of animal rights. God, he's good, isn't he? If you say so, Doc. What brings you here, Morrissey? Misery. Life is a pigsty, and if you don't know this, then what do you know? Every second of my life I only live for you, and you can shoot me, and you can throw me off a train. I still maintain, life is a pigsty. And also I'd like to promote my new album, Bone Marrow Transplant in a Bathtub, out in all good stores this Friday. Excellent. Thank you very much for coming on the show tonight, Morrissey. Now, am I right in saying you'll be playing a song for us later tonight? No, because I'm not being paid enough, and no session musicians in their right mind will work for me anymore because they get hounded on social media if they do. Personally, I blame the EU myself. I was happy in the haze of a drunken hour, but heaven knows I'm miserable. Doctor, look out! One of the puddles of sand suddenly comes alive and starts wobbling towards the gang like jelly on crack. Oh my god! One of the paps is still alive! Paparazzi photographers made up of sentient sand. Used to see plenty of these back in LA, cause when you're northern forever. The sand pap speaks in a rasping, slightly Canadian voice. I strongly object to all 4 members of the principal cast for the show being northern. So much for the BBC diversity and inclusion strategy. Not very inclusive, this. Yeah, well, you know what I object to? Bus stations. Never cared much for myself. Not exactly a great place for a picnic in my view. Still, that's only my opinion, you see. Oh, and yeah, I object to you as well. Now, Yaz! Yaz, knowing her purpose in life, kicks the sandpap so hard she sends it flying across the street, landing on the face of Eliza, a young kid walking to school who immediately starts bawling into tears. The Doctor, knowing her purpose in life, immediately runs across to comfort the kid. Hey, shh, don't cry, mate. You alright? What's your name? Eliza. Eliza, beautiful name, you should definitely keep it. Now listen to me, Eliza. You go out there and don't talk to me about people who are nice, because I've spent my whole life in ruins over people who are nice. Excuse me, I was just about to give a long overdue big motivational speech that proves to audiences that I am capable of playing the Doctor with good writing, and you've just gone and blundered it, you right-wing pig! Oh no, sorry, you're vegan, aren't you? I'm sorry, Doctor, but the script dictates that we can't have your big Doctor speech yet. It's still too soon. This is because we need to move on to the next stage of the plot. Suddenly, some Sontarans appear out of nowhere and start doing stuff. Don't worry, Doctor, I'll save the day. Morrissey pulls out a massive ATR from out of his trousers and aims it at the Sontarans. He starts singing as well. Hector was the he fires the anti-tank rocket, but misses the Sontarans, instead blowing up a neighbour's house and setting off a fair few car alarms. However, everyone still counts it as a victory, because we're fast approaching the end of our allocated 50-minute time slots, and it wouldn't be an episode of Doctor Who without a rushed conclusion. Well, that's all we got time for tonight, but to be sure to be joining me next week at the same time, where we'll be joined by John Cleese, who'll be here to discuss his new autobiography, and Lily Allen will also be dropping by to perform a cut of her new album. I hope to see you then. Take care and good night. Say goodbye, everybody. Everybody waves gormlessly at the camera like cretins, and Morrissey sings his new single, I Am Not a Dog on a Chain.
Don't forget to click below and
subscribe to these idiotic keyboard warriors who need to be more positive about Doctor Who, get out more, and get proper jobs. Also, thanks for
700
subscribers, folks.